Hello guys, how you doing today? So you already know that you are on my platform, Voodoo Solution. We are going to teach you math today. We are going to talk about equation. But before that, guys, I want you to support what I'm doing, like by like my videos, share them with your community, with your friends, please. And follow me too, guys. Subscribe, just because we need all that, guys, in order to be to another to feel like, you know what, you gotta keep growing, bro. You gotta keep growing. So please, guys, support. So right now, let's talk about equations. I know some of you might not see this word for the first time, but some of you, yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna tell you right now that equation is a mathematical statement, okay, that use the equal sign to show that two expressions are equal. So this is exactly that what that means. This is a mathematical statement that state that, okay, those two expressions, they are equal. Okay, by example, let's say x, okay, x plus 4 equal 7. So you see what I mean? Those two expressions are equal. This is an expression. This is, guys, an expression, and this is another one. Okay, those two expressions are equal. You see exactly that state the definition of an equation. An equation is a mathematical. It is a mathematical statement that use the equal sign, guys, to show that two expressions are equal. Okay, exactly. So equations, guys, in algebra, equation usually contain or unknown contain an unknown, okay, number or an unknown value. They call it variable. Okay, this is the unknown value. This is the unknown value that they're talking about. They call it they call it variable. This is the variable. Okay, so find the number for this variable, mean they call it solve the equation. When they tell you to solve this equation, they just tell you or ask you to find the value for the unknown value or for the variable. Okay, so exactly. So the best thing to find this unknown value when they ask you to solve an equation is just by isolate the variable. Since you isolate the variable, you isolate the variable in order to find a value for it. Okay, this is exactly how you can solve an equation. Okay, exactly. So what I'm gonna tell you by that, when you got these equations that use this equal sign to say that this side equal this side, it's like we got a balance. Okay, it's like you got a scale, not a balance. Let's say it's like you got a scale. So if you got these scales, in order to be balanced, this part should be equal to this part. Okay, it's like we got it. In order to be balanced, this part should be equal to this part. That means whatever operation that we will choose, okay, when you're trying to solve this equation, you should always make sure that this side still or keep equal to the other side. Okay, or this member will have to remain equal to the other member. Okay, this is exactly, guys, how you can solve it. When solving it, you should pay attention to that. Like this one, let's solve this one. We got x plus 4. X plus 4 equals 7. How can I solve this? So I should solve this to have the value for x. Once I got the value for x, that means I solve it. So let's do it. So we say x plus 4 equals 7. That means x plus 4 equals 7. In order to have only x in this side, I should subtract both sides by 4. Or I should subtract, okay, 4 from both sides. Let's say it like that. So I cannot just subtract 4 from this side and leave the other side just because it's not gonna be equal. So I should keep the balance. To keep the balance, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, to keep the balance over here, whatever operation that I do here, I should do the same here in order to keep the balance. So let's go by subtracting 4 from both sides. We got x plus 4 minus 4. We subtract from both sides. We got 7 minus 4. This is gonna still be balanced since we do the same operation to both sides. Right now we got x equal 3. So you see, this is balanced and we got a value for x. So the value for x over here is x equal 3. So x equal 3. Okay. So right now what we can do, we can just solve, we can just check, okay, check to see if exactly I if exactly x equal to. In order to check if exactly x equal 3 or x is the value for this equation, x equal to is the solution for this equation. In order to check, you just gotta substitute this value in the equation. That means whenever you see x, you gotta replace it by 3. So let's go. The equation was initially like that. So we gotta replace whenever you see x by 3. So 3 plus 4 equals 7. 3 plus 4 equals 7. 7 equals 7. That can be checked because this is, okay, the right balance. 7 equals 7. This is the right balance. This is exactly the value for x. 3 is exactly the value for x right now, since I see that it balance. You see, it balance. That means the scale is balanced. Okay, so exactly, guys. So I want you guys to understand that, because some of you might think that equation is a difficult thing. Well, I'm telling you right now today that equation is not that difficult at all. It's not difficult. Okay, so guys, let's keep going, guys, with another example and see if we could, if see if we could like solve more exercises with that, guys. Let's go. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's solve this real quick in order to see if we did understand the concept of equation. If you do understand it. So we talked about equation. So I just want to make sure that you understand it. So we got the first one. It's an equation that they ask us to solve. Solving an equation means to find the value for that variable. So we got x minus 3 equals 6 minus 1. So it's like we know that 6 minus 1 is 5. So right now we just gotta find a way to isolate x. I mean to halve x by itself, okay, or along in one member. So to do that, we gotta get rid of this 3 over here. But we gotta get rid of these 3 over here, and we gotta make sure that we keep the equation balanced. Let's say keep this part still equal this part without changing the equation. Okay, so to get rid of the 3 over here, I gotta add a 3. So I should add it to both sides in order to have the same equation. So right now I got x equal 8. So right now I can say that x is the value for this equation, but but just because I find it. But to be sure of that, I gotta check. To check, I gotta just whenever I see x over here, I should replace it by 8. So let's say we got initially the equation was like that. So let's replace x by its value. X equal 8 minus 3, 6 minus 1. So we got 5 equal 5. This is verified. So right now I can say exactly that x equal 8 is the solution for the equation x minus 3 equals 6 minus 1. Okay? So exactly. So let's go for the second one, guys. So let's go ahead for the second one. We got a plus 1 equal negative 10 plus 15. So same thing, guys. So find a way to isolate the variable a plus 1. Okay, I just gotta get rid of the 1. So by subtracting by 1, okay, but to keep the equation the same, I gotta do my change to both side. So right now I got a, okay, equal negative 10 plus 15. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did I tell you when you got sign numbers to add with what? If they are different sign, let's say those are different sign, you subtract, okay, the small from the big, and you keep the sign of the big. So right now my answer will be 5 minus 1. Okay, so let's go ahead for this one. A equal what? Different sign, you do subtraction, okay, and you keep the sign of the big. That means a equal 4. Okay, right now a equal 4. I mean, if I want to make sure if this is the answer, I should bring it to the initial equation. I mean, whenever I see a, I gotta replace by 4. So let's go. A plus 1 equal negative 10 plus 15. So A equal 4 plus 1 equal negative 10 plus 15. So A 4 plus 1 equal 5. Okay. Equal negative 10 plus 15 equal 5. So this is verified. That means the answer for this equation is A equal 5. This is the value of a that's gonna be verified this equation. So I hope you understand that. So guys, let's go ahead for the third one right now. For the third one, let's go ahead. So for the third one, we got s minus 9 equal negative 3 times 5. So what we gotta do, guys, it's gonna be the same process. Okay, so right now we're just dealing with addition, subtraction, multiplication, equation. So easy stuff. Okay, we're not dealing with multiplication equation yet, but we're gonna be there. Just don't rush. Okay, so let's go. Get rid of this 9 by adding 9 to both sides. By adding 9 to both sides, so right now we got s equal, okay, 3 times negative 15 plus 9. So we got what? Negative what? We got negative what? Negative 6. So negative 6 is the answer for this. So let's check. So it's like we got s minus 9 equal negative 3 times 5. Got negative 6 more minus negative 6. Okay. Let's say negative 6 minus 9 equal negative 15. So we got negative, same sign, we do addition, we keep the sign. So negative 15 equal negative 15. This is verified. That means S equal negative 6 is really the answer for this equation. Okay, this is exactly the answer for this equation. So I'm gonna leave you with that, guys. That one, guys, I want you to send to comment. Like, I leave that, just I want you to comment, to leave your comment. Because, guys, let me tell you, comment is very, very important for me and for you. Because if you take your time to look, to watch my video, so that means this is something that you're interesting about, like math. If you do interesting about that, you should comment in order to let me know if you understand or you don't understand. Okay, when I give you something to do to, you should do it. Okay, that's gonna encourage me by doing more things for you. Okay, I will come up with more things for you just because I see that is something that you are interested in. Okay, so guys, don't don't be afraid to ask questions in the comment section. Don't be afraid to participate. Okay? Don't be afraid to participate. So let's go, guys. We gotta move forward with some exercises, like some word problem. I will show you exactly how to interpret them, how to translate a word problem into mathematical statement. Let's go ahead with this one on the board, guys. This is a word problem that we finna solve together, guys. So I'll show you exactly how to interpret the word problem. The first steps to do is to read. Okay, you read, and after you will represent. So first, first step, you're gonna read. Okay, first step, you're gonna read and represent. Read and represent what you've been read or what you read. So read. So 7 increased by a number equals negative 16. What is the number? This is a word problem. So right now we read, we find out represent. So what we find out represent, we're just gonna take or trying to represent the information. That means a number. What's a number mean for you over here? So 7 by a number. That means, let's say a number is like they talking about something unknown, something they don't know yet, something unknown. Okay, that means they talking about the variable. So we can find, you can take any letter to represent a number. So right now, let's take x. Let's say x is a number. A number. That means the number that they're talking about, they don't even know yet. Let's represent it by x. Okay. x, which is a variable. What's gonna be interesting again? What other thing can be interesting in after reading? 7 increased by. We got the word increased by. Increased by, guys. This is tells you, this is telling you guys that they talking about what? They talking about addition. Addition. They're talking about addition because they're talking about things that have been increased. So addition, okay? That mean increased by mean addition. And right after that, we see the word equal. That was increased by, and after you got the word equal. Equal, the word equal is the sign. Equal, that means they're talking about this sign. So right now, after reading and representing, guys, you just gotta write and solve the equation. Let's write our equation. Let's say 7. 7 increased by, which means addition, a number, which means a variable, equal, which means that, negative 16. That means we write, okay, or we write and we find a solve right now in order to find the answer. So let's solve. I show you got to solve an equation. That means you gotta isolate the variable, okay, in order to have a value for it. So we got 7 here that we finna get rid of. So what we gotta do, we gotta say, okay, 7, I will 7 minus 7, okay, plus x equal negative 16 minus 7. So why not 7 plus 7 minus 7? That means equals 0. We got only x over here. That means negative 7, negative 16, negative 7. That means like we got negative 16 plus negative 7. Same sign. We do addition and we keep the sign. That means negative what? Negative 20, 23. Negative 23 is gonna be the answer for x. So right now the last step, okay, the last step, let me write down the second step for you. Second step was to, okay, write and you solve. This is the second step. The third step, guys, the third step is gonna be to check. The third step is gonna be to you state and check the answer. The answer is x equals negative 23. Let's check. To check, guys, we gotta go back to the initial equation, and whenever you see x, you gotta replace by negative 23. So we got 7 minus negative 23 equal negative 16. So we got 7, okay? We got 7 plus, we got 7, 8. Oh, sorry guys, it was a plus, sorry. Plus. Yeah, that's right. So we got, yeah, 7 plus the initial equation was 7 plus x equal negative 16. So 7 plus negative 23 equal negative 16. That means 7 minus 23 equal negative 16. So this one we gotta keep the sign and we do subtraction. Negative 16 equal negative 16. This is verified. So since that one is verified, I mean x equal negative 23 was really the answer, was the exact answer for this equation. So why now 7 increased by a number equal negative 6. What is the number? The number is negative 20, 23. Okay, negative 23. Okay, you guys understand that? That was a word problem. First step, you read and you represent it. Second step, you write and solve, okay, the equation that you got. And the third step, guys, you just gotta check. You state the answer and you check. Let's go for this. Let's go for this one. Okay, this is like the second word problem that we're gonna solve over here together. So the first step we're gonna do is to read and represent. So 9 less than a number is 8. What is the number? 9 less than a number. So 10, guys, we gotta underline is less than a number is. So that means let's go. So less than mean I gotta do subtraction for sure. A number, this is the variable, is like equal 8. Okay, so so right now, second step, we gotta do what? We gotta write the equation, the related equation, and solve it. So we got 9 less than a number. Now you should be careful with that sentence, guys. You should be careful with that sentence. When they say 9 less than a number, so you should pay attention. You should pay attention because right now some people might get confused. So when they say 9 less than a number, it's like the variable, let's say x minus 9 equal 8. They're saying that x minus 9 equal 8. This is exactly what it means. 9 less a number is 8. So right now we're trying to find this number. Okay, so be careful with that. There is less than 9 less than a number. So okay, 9 less than a number, be careful with that. Okay, be careful with that. 9 less than a number. 9 less than a number. That means if 9 less than a number, you should be careful with that. That automatically means that x is greater than 9. So if x is greater than 9, that means you should put in mind that doing subtraction means to subtract the small from the big. So I mean in your mind you know that you gotta put the x first in order to subtract the small in it. So that means x minus 9 equal 8. This is the exact fraction. This is the exact like translation of 9 less than a number. 9 less than a number. So right now we want to solve it. To solve it, we gotta add 9 to both sides. Add 9 to both sides. So in order to isolate the variable, so we can have the answer. So x equals 17 is the answer. Right now, the last step, we state the answer. Right now, we gotta check. To check, we write the original equation or the initial equation, and we substitute the value of the variable in it to see if it still balanced. So we got this one gonna be a 9 equal 17 minus 9 equal 8, 8 equal 8. This is verified. Okay, this is verified. So I'm telling you guys, so be careful when they say less than. Okay, okay, be careful when they say less than, and some other books might say less. Be careful when they say less than, and be careful when they say less. So sometimes they say okay 9 less than another number. So this is kind of tricky sometimes for you guys, but I can say the only thing that you can do is to be careful. Be careful. You already know that. So you already know that. Like subtraction mean what? You gotta subtract the small from the big. This is how to do subtraction, right? So right now, if they say 9 less than a number, 9 less than a number. It can be okay, whatever number that is greater than 9, okay, that is greater than 9. So subtraction means x minus 9 equal 8. So right now we can solve this equation in order to have an answer. The answer for the variable x equals 70. So since you got the answer, in order to be sure of that, you should check. The only way that you can check is by substituting the number, okay, the found number in the initial equation. Okay, guys, so easy stuff. There's nothing to be confused about. That's all easy. Okay, guys, so right now let's solve this one. So we're gonna solve the equation, I mean this time using multiplication or division trick. Okay, so because let me tell you, when we initially solving those kind of equation, let's say we got x plus 2 equal 3. This one we solve it. We did what? We said we subtract 2 from both sides, okay, in order to have x isolate in one member, so we can get the answer. So you see over here in this equation, that doesn't mean that x doesn't have a coefficient. So we got a 1 as a coefficient. That means 1 by x is still gonna be x. That's why they don't really care about it. They don't really care about it just because, okay, x got a number that multiply by it, but this number is 1. But they will care when the number that's in front of this x is not 1. When it's not 1, when it's other than 1, right now we wanna bring multiplication or division in order to simplify. So that's exactly what we wanna do over here, guys, with those examples. So right now, let's solve the first one. We got negative 5 multiplied by x equal 35. So right now, we know that to solve this one, we have to find a value for x. In order to find a value for x, we should make sure that we got x around in one side without changing the equation. So right now, let's go. What we can do over here to not change or to keep the same equation. So I think the thing that we really can do is to divide both sides by what? By, let's say, -5, -5. We divide both sides by -5 over here in order to have x isolate in one side, so we can have the answer, also we can solve the equation. I mean, we isolate the variable. We use what? We use what? This is the we use this property, like this is a multiplication property, like I can say. We use this one in order to solve it. Okay? In order to solve it. That means we just divide both sides by -5 in order to get rid of the -5 in front of the x, so we can get the answer, which is -7. So once we got -7, we can check the same way. It just you bring the -7 over here to get it. -5 multiplied by -7 is gonna be 35. Okay, 35. So 35 equal 35, guys. So -5 multiplied by -7 equal 35. So 35 equal 35. That is verified. So it's verified. It verifies, right? So right now, since you verified it, so you got an answer. That means you solve the equation. So let's go for the second one, guys. Let's go for the second one. So second one, guys, it's not difficult at all. So it's not difficult at all, guys. Second one's not difficult at all. It's like we got y over 4 equal to multiplied by 6. So right now, y over 4 equal 12. So what we can do over here, we found out multiplying both sides by 4 in order to get rid of the 4 here, so we can have y isolate. Okay, so it's like we got multiplied by 4 over 4 equal 12 multiplied by 4. So right now we got y equal 40, 48. So we got y equal 48, which is the answer for that. So you see, easy thing. So we just gotta make sure that you got the variable in one side or in one member by itself without anything, just by itself. I mean, we got y equal 48. Since we got y equal 48, this is the answer. Last step, you gotta check. That means whenever you see y, you divide by 48 in the initial equation. I mean, 48, guys, this is gonna be what? This is gonna be 12 equal 12. Okay, 48 divided by this one. This is gonna be 12 over 12 equal 12. So that is verified. That is verified. Okay. So right now, guys, I will leave the last one for you guys to practice. So practice with the last one, and please share your comments. So say something in the comments. Give me the answer in the comments in order to see if you really understand what I did, if you really understand my explanation. Okay? If you really understand my explanation. Okay, guys? Go. Yeah, exactly. So show me, guys, if you understand what I did in order to continue with that. Show me, please. Okay, guys, let's go with that one. So we got more steps to do. Okay, we got more steps to go in order to solve this equation. But it's like we got 2a plus 4 equal 10. So let's solve it. So we got more steps. It's like they combine the two steps that we explained, okay, previously. So they combine them, okay, and compound exercise. So let's go. So we got 2a plus 4 equals 10. So right now, let's get rid of the 4 first. Okay, minus 4 to both sides. Don't forget, any changes that you're gonna bring, you should bring it to both sides. So this is equal 0, 2a equals 6. So right now, what we gotta do, we gotta divide both sides by 2. So we got, okay, so right now, we do what? We got 2a divided by 2 equals 6 divided by 2. So we got a right now and equal to, this is the value for a. So we just gotta check. So check, we bring it over here. Whenever you see a, we will replace by 3 plus 4 equal 10. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 4 equal 10. 10 equal 10. This is verified. So right now you can say that a equal 3 is really the answer for this equation. You see, easy stuff, guys. So yeah, easy stuff. So there's nothing difficult over here. You just gotta take your time, okay, to do the steps. You see 2a plus 4 equals 10. I know that to have the answer, I should have only a over here on one side, and so I can have the answer. So okay, I said no problem. So right now I should add negative 4 to both sides in order to get rid of the 4 Right after that, I should divide both sides by 2 in order to get rid of this. It's like you're trying to undo what they did. You're trying to undo the operation that they did to have this one. Right here, to have this to have this equation, what they did, they take 2, they multiply by a variable a, and they add 4, and they say, okay, this together equal 10. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna undo the addition, and you're gonna undo the multiplication in order to have a isolated. Okay? So exactly, guys, this is exactly how you solve equation. We're trying to undo what they did, okay, by the inverse of what they did. Okay? Exactly, guys. So I hope you understand that. So let's do the last one. Okay, the last one, let's do it for you. So we got y over 7 plus 3 equal 4 plus 1. Y under over 7 plus 3 equal 5. 4 plus 1, 5. So right now we're gonna undo the addition over here. Y over 7 plus 3 minus 3 equal 5 minus 3. So y over 7 equal 2. So we finna undo this division. So we gotta multiply both sides by 7. So we got 7y over 7 equal 7 multiplied by 2. So we got y equal 14. 14 is the answer for y. So right now we just gotta check. Whenever we see 14, whenever we see y, you're gonna replace by 14 in the initial equation. 14 divided by 7, 2, 2 plus 3, 4 plus 1. So we got 5 equal 5. This is verified. You see, easy stuff, guys. There's nothing difficult at all. Nothing. So just gotta follow the steps, okay? Just follow the steps. So don't forget, guys, I ask you many times, guys, to comment, to share, and to like, because this is the only way that you can encourage me by doing what I'm doing. Okay? Please, please, guys. Thank you very much.